Hello and welcome to Rabbit Hole Research. This is Chevy Cool Lady bringing you today's hot topics and items of interest in the news. Today we are diving into a very interesting topic: frequencies and their effect on the human body. We will be discussing trance music festivals and possible links to pagan worship tuned to the frequencies of planets. Frequencies can heal the human body or burn it alive. Frequencies and their effects on the mind. Frequencies and links to targeted attacks on high-ranking officials in the U.S. Frequencies are the number of cycles per second of a sound wave or electromagnetic wave. Frequencies affect the human body in various ways, depending on the intensity, duration, and type. Frequencies can stimulate the brain and alter brain waves, which can affect the mood, memory, and consciousness of a person. For example, frequencies around 40 Hz have been shown to enhance gamma waves in the brain, which are associated with attention, learning, and problem solving. Frequencies can influence cells and tissues in the body, affecting health, healing, and functions of the organs and systems. For example, frequencies around 528 Hz have been claimed to promote DNA repair and cellular regeneration. Frequencies can also interact with energy fields of the body such as aura and chakras, and can affect emotional, mental, and the spiritual well-being of a person. For example, frequencies around 432 Hz have been said to harmonize with the natural frequencies of the Earth and universe, promoting peace and relaxation. Frequencies are powerful tools and can have positive or detrimental effects on the human condition. Frequencies can have negative effects on the human condition as well. Frequencies above 85 decibels can cause permanent damage and hearing loss. For example, a rock concert or a jackhammer can exceed this limit. Frequencies below 20 Hz and above 20,000 Hz humans cannot hear, but can affect the ear and have adverse effects on our health. For example, frequencies around 19 Hz can make the eyes go wonky, while frequencies between 0.5 and 8 Hz can cause erratic breathing and bone shaking. Frequencies in the range of radio waves 3 kHz to 300 GHz can cause tissue heating and nervous system impact. Microwave ovens and cell phones can heat the body enough to interfere with the nervous system. Frequencies in the range of electromagnetic fields or EMF can cause depression, anxiety, rashes, and brain tumors from long-term exposure. For example, power lines, Wi-Fi routers, and smart meters can generate EMF that can affect the brain and body. To protect yourself requires limiting your personal exposure to these harmful frequencies or using protective devices like earplugs when exposed to dangerous decibel levels. But, of course, this is not always possible. It may be a lot harder, if not impossible, to protect yourself from harmful frequencies or band waves. Mainly because we are unaware of the possible bombardment we humans have to endure. The frequencies of a loud rock festival are the range of sound waves that are produced by the music, speakers, and the crowd. The frequencies can vary depending on the genre, instruments, volume, and venue of the festival. The frequencies are generally very high, meaning they have a lot of cycles per second. A normal conversation, for example, is about 60 Hz, a loud lawnmower may reach 90 Hz, but a loud rock concert may reach 120 Hz or more. The frequencies are also very loud, meaning they have a high intensity or amplification which is measured in decibels. This is a logarithmic scale that compares the sound pressure to a reference level. Sounds above 120 decibels is considered harmful to human hearing. These frequencies are very complex due to the different components or harmonics. The complexity is determined by the timbre or quality of the sound. Pitch, tone, resonance, distortion, and modulation influences the timbre. A few examples, according to TS Entertainment, are Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica, Megadeth, and ZZ Top, whose concerts reach to 132 decibels. Music event in history is said to be the 1994 Manowar concert, which reached 139 decibels and was entered into the Guinness Book of World Records. This concert is said to have been so loud car alarms went off and windows shattered in the nearby area. This is louder than a jet engine. Crazy. I wonder how this affected those in attendance? We have touched briefly on frequencies and their effect on the human body in relation to music and band waves. They can be healing or destructive. So, I was wondering about the frequencies of the planets and their possible effects, as well. I am attempting to relate the frequencies of the planets to actual musical concert frequencies. I am curious to see if the planets, as we know them, emit frequencies that would be considered beneficial or harmful to humans. I am wondering if the ancient pagan rituals, music, and events correspond to today's techno or trance music events such as the Gaza event, which came under attack in recent weeks. Here is my question: can music precede a destructive event? If so, is it possible to determine that frequency? There are many artsy music festivals celebrated throughout the world today. It seems from the research I have gathered that the favorite music for these elitist events would be a genre called trance music. I was not aware of this term before I heard it in relation to the Gaza event of October 2023. Maybe you're like me and need a little more information about it. Trance music is a high vibrational electric dance music stemming from the late 80s early 90s era. Typically it is characterized by a tempo between 100 to 150 beats per minute, repeating melodic phrases, and a musical form that distinctly builds tension and elements throughout the track, culminating in one or two peaks and drops. This music is associated with altered states of consciousness, or ASC. ASC are states that differ from the normal waking state, such as dreaming, hypnosis, meditation, and psychedelic experiences. Trance music induces this state through the repetition of beats and melodies that have a hypnotic effect on the listener. Theta is 4 to 8 Hz. Gamma is 30 to 100 Hz. And are related to relaxation, heightened creativity, and mystical experiences. It also stimulates the release of endorphins, and dopamine and serotonin, which are neurotransmitters that modulate mood, pleasure, and pain. These neurochemical changes enhance euphoria and empathy. The planets may not be exactly as we were taught. The so-called planets may be actual spiritual energy, as the ancients viewed them as gods. Rather than look at the planets as gaseous or rocky masses, we will refer mainly to the energy and frequency of the planets as they may relate to the energy or frequency of music. Large musical events are nothing new. We can date back to antiquity a particular planet and a celebrations related to it. I am referring to Saturn and the celebration called Saturnalia, honoring the god Saturn, held in December and celebrated for a week. It was dubbed the freeing of souls into immorality. Saturn is an agricultural deity, and represents a lost mythical age of bounty. Role-playing and music as well as gifting and feasting were included. This reminds me of the Burning Man festivals of today. Tesla was consumed with the study of vibrations, frequencies, and magnetic fields. He said that the key to the universe lay in 369. If you have any thoughts on this, I would love to hear from you in the comment box. His studies went so far as to conceive of a death ray, which is an instrument of mass destruction, based on his findings. So we know that frequencies affect humans, whether it be from music or planets, and it would seem that people have always known about the power of frequencies, dating back to the biblical story of Jericho, where the walls came tumbling down when the frequency of the music and shouting caused this to happen. Binaural beats, Ezra music, and other experiments to control anxiety or sleeping disorders are in the forefront of most people's lives and possibly may be used in mind control. But that is a video for another day. Thank you for joining me, Chevy Cool Lady, for another video. Please like and subscribe to keep the cool vibes vibing. Love you all.